it's not that body-mind mechanism that wakes up, because there's nobody inside the body-mind mechanism to wake up. Who is that person that it's happening to?
You mean the body-mind?
Yeah, so who's awakening happening to? Well, you said it seems like it's happening to a person. Who is that person it's happening to?
That is the body-mind. It is like the body-mind recognizes what's really going on.
Yeah.
It's consciousness is
But
only that.
so what is the body-mind? Can the body-mind actually recognize anything?
Yes, I do believe so.
Well, if we call it consciousness, which I have a tendency not to call it consciousness, but if we call it consciousness, so there is this knowing, this consciousness of everything. So there is something that recognizes everything, which is beyond the body-mind mechanism. So then what is the body-mind mechanism? And the body-mind mechanism, in my description, would be something which produces thoughts and feelings, but it doesn't actually recognize anything. But that body-mind mechanism is always being updated by those thoughts and feelings. So today it might recognize that...
That's what it is. I believe there are different thoughts and feelings now producing in the body-mind.
Yeah. But that's not actually somebody's experience. So it's not actually somebody that's having that experience. It's that the body-mind mechanism is remembering the last moment and then this moment, putting it together in a current dream of itself. But that is like a film playing. What's actually recognizing that is beyond that. The body-mind mechanism never recognizes a thing. If there wasn't consciousness, then it would be like a film playing in a cinema and nobody was sitting watching it.
I'm sorry, I don't follow.
Yeah, okay. So,
what's your question? Because you say, what's the body-mind?
So you said it feels like somebody's having an awakening. It feels like it's happening to someone. And who is that someone?
Well, that is the body-mind. It's not a someone. It's a mechanism.
Yeah.
It's the mechanism who realizes or produces different patterns.
Yeah.
And it's before it was the pattern of I'm a person. And how the patterns are. You do it. You are a consciousness, man.
Yeah.
You still need to get your life in order.
Yeah.
But you are a bit different than you thought you were.
Yeah. So that's what's now happening in the body-mind mechanism, and that's really beautiful, and that's the side effect. And what that does is that over the years will profoundly change the body-mind mechanism, and it will always update it and be changing that body-mind mechanism. But it's not that body-mind mechanism that wakes up, because there's nobody inside the body-mind mechanism to wake up. That body-mind mechanism appears in consciousness, and it's a movement back to that consciousness or to that boundlessness. So it doesn't actually happen to someone. It's just the boundless energy seems to go through a filter of someone. So say this is the someone, this is the boundless energy, and then it kind of goes through it and makes it feel like it's a small person, and it comes out like a small person. But it's actually everywhere. The boundless energy is everywhere. And it just is a movement back to that boundless energy. So right now, what's looking at me, you're 100% free. What's looking at me and what's having an experience is that boundless energy. So now that which hears me is an endlessness, is eternity. That which sees me is eternity, which is so beautiful. But it looks through that particular instrument. And that particular instrument is a never-ending, vehicle for this. So the particular instrument in which it's looking through, in which the change is happening, is always going to be updating and changing that instrument. So it'll be changing your ideas, it'll be changing the way you see non-duality, it'll be changing your likes, your preference, your traumas, all of these things, but it will never come to an end. You'll never come to a particular way in which you see non-duality. You'll never come to a destination of being the most enlightened body-mind mechanism. The body-mind mechanism is something that's always being updated and evolved. But that wasn't the part that awoke. What awoke was consciousness, or boundlessness, or beingness. And then that has a profound effect on the instrument that it's looking through. But that instrument is always going to be changing. So you will change. So in 10 years' time, even if you have a profound awakening now, in 10 years' time, you'll understand and see as a body-mind mechanism non-duality in a completely different way. If you didn't, then you will, then, you know, it would be like it wouldn't be a true awakening, because the body is always meant to be evolving and changing. So your ideas about non-duality should always be changing. Your ideas about life should always be changing. Your ideas about everything should always be growing and evolving. And there shouldn't ever be trying to cap onto that. The only reason we try and cap onto it is because we're trying to, as a separate person, live in security. But this has nothing to do with the intellect or about ideas of non-duality. It's about that stillness, which is always present.